Up next on Lion TV, we have Lion of the Week with Charity Sanders, a story about COVID's effects on the school system,
and me, Jacob Show, with all your MLB updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Bonjour, and happy Foreign Language Week, Cersei. I'm Dakota Harris.
And I'm Emily Tyler. Allons-y!
With prom just around the corner, the SHS prom closet will be opening again soon by appointment only. This vast selection of suits and dresses will be available to all sophomores, juniors, and seniors by request via Google form. Contact Miss Sarah Dakis for more information.
Seniors, do you have a certificate of degree of Indian blood or tribal enrollment documentation from a federally recognized tribe? If so, you're eligible for the Ernest Whitelaw Don Kidney Scholarship. If you're interested, pick up an application from the guidance office.
Also, seniors, don't forget to pick up your cap, gown, and invitations today. Johnston's will be delivering them to seniors who have been paid. You will be called out of class when your things are ready.
Cersei High School will host a career fair on March 31st. All grades will go through the event. Schedules will be released soon.
Congratulations to the Cersei FFA members for their accomplishments at the Arkansas FFA Eastern District Career Development events. Agricultural Mechanics, first place. Electricity, first place. Floriculture, third place. Horse Evaluation, second place. And Livestock Evaluation, sixth place. These teams will be advancing to the state CDE contest next month. By the way, I'm glad we've been able to do anchoring from the same desk here lately.
Yeah, COVID-19 changed a lot of how we do school. Here's Fiona Donate with a close look of how much things have changed.
As the pandemic is winding down and people have time to reflect, we take a look at Cersei schools to see just how COVID has affected their academic mindset.
Some teachers have taken a different approach when it comes to getting students' heads back in the classroom.
I think we're being understanding, and I think we're being, increasingly strict, but still with understanding.
Class could be fun, we could do activities and move and stuff, but since the pandemic, a lot of it's been online, which is sometimes not as fun.
On the sandy bank, they're comfortable.
I want to make it more interesting. I want it to be entertaining, but the bottom line is that we have things to learn to be able to be productive in society.
Virtual classes caused a gap in learning habits that the teachers are trying to reverse.
If there's a question, sometimes you either have to look it up or you can email, but they don't answer that quickly. I feel like the teachers had a lot riding on their shoulders and they did their best, but I understand that they couldn't have been there for us every single time we needed them because they just had a lot to do.
iExcel is new this year, and because we've never had that before for the English department, instead of starting with the 11th grade curriculum, I started with the 9th grade curriculum because I thought we would kind of ease up. And that's not just because we've never had iExcel before, but it's because we've lost some learning.
The pandemic sparked a newfound appreciation for in-person learning, and this can be seen through teachers and students alike.
I prefer in person, like 100%, just because it is so much easier to learn. I feel like when the teacher is right there, you can ask them questions, go back and forth. You can ask your classmates for help. You don't have to communicate electronically because everything's delayed when you do it like that.
I did instigate a new policy in my classroom with the cell phones, and I have been so proud of my students because they have just, it's kind of like, I think that people are realizing that they kind of need a break from technology, as we say in my class, get everybody back in the fence.
That was a good insight from some of our wonderful students and teachers. Thankfully, COVID seems to be coming to an end and school is returning to normalcy. Now, let's distance ourselves from this story and send it back to the news desk.
It's so weird to think that just 2 years ago, we thought masks were just for bank robbers and superheroes.
It sure is, but now it's time to take a look at national news.
According to the Washington Post, the Biden administration has once again hired social media influencers on TikTok and Instagram to promote the Biden administration online. Among the topics content creators were asked to promote were the war in Ukraine and blaming increased gas prices on Vladimir Putin.
On Tuesday, the U.S. Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Law Act, which, if it became law, would make daylight saving times permanent starting next year. The bill is now on its way to the House of Representatives to be voted on before it can be put before President Biden.
Monica Cannon Grant, a Black Lives Matter leader in Boston, and her husband have been arrested for defrauding over $1 million of donations, including the use of a $6,000 grant intended for at-risk teens for personal expenses.
As depressing as that is, I hear we'll be seeing some cool sunny days next week.
Well, we'll have to turn it to our friend Lexi Fahrenheit for that. Are we going to need sunglasses this weekend, Lexi?
Good morning, Searcy High. Let's get into today's weather updates. Today, we will have thunderstorms in the morning with the 65% chance of rain, a high of 61 degrees, and the winds blowing west at 15 miles per hour. The humidity is at 81%, and the sun rose at 7:13 a.m. Now for tonight. Tonight we will have cloudy skies with a 5% chance of rain and a low of 38 degrees. The winds are blowing northwest at 15 miles per hour and the humidity is at 71% and the sun will set at 7:16 p.m. Now for the almanac. The last 7 days, the highest high has been 64 degrees and the low at 22 degrees. Our monthly average of precipitation is at 0.42 inches and our month to date is 0.93 inches. Now for the 5cast. Saturday, we will have sunny skies with a high of 66 and a low of 38. Sunday, we will have mostly sunny skies with a high of 72 and a low of 43. Monday, we will have showers in the afternoon with a high of 69, a low of 53. And on Tuesday, we will have thunderstorms with a high of 61, a low of 50, and a 76% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, we will have partly cloudy skies with a 65 high and a 42 low with a 20% chance of rain. So as you can see, it's going to be a little all over the place this week. So grab your umbrella. Back to the news desk.
Looks like we'll need those shades after all.
I suppose so. Say, I think it's time for Lion of the Week.
Welcome back, Search Guide, to another episode of Lion of the Week. I'm Charity Sanders, and this week's Lion is Jay Bottom from theater. What do you enjoy most about theater and why?
I enjoy the family atmosphere to it because everyone's different and everyone brings something different to the table and we're able to work really well.
When did you join theater and what made you want to join?
I joined in 9th grade because we've been doing the same thing since kindergarten. We've been doing art and I just wanted a different way to express my creativity.
Okay, what do you plan to do with your theater career after high school?
I plan to go to ASUBB and join their theater program, and then I hope to become a theater teacher one day.
What is one thing people do in theater that you absolutely hate?
Touching the psych or messing with the psych, that's like a really big thing in theater. Like it costs a lot of money and you just shouldn't touch it. It's the white screen that's at the very back.
Oh, I knew that because I got in trouble for touching that one day. But anyways, what goes on behind the scenes of a performance?
It's absolutely chaotic. Everyone's running around, but we're being really quiet, so we'll like take off our shoes and run backstage, and you have people doing costume changes and moving set and making sure everything's ready.
Okay, that's all I have for you today, Cersei.
Line of the Week has been great these past few weeks.
It sure has, but all this talk has got me starving. What's for lunch, Emily?
Today we'll be having beef, bean, and cheese burrito, seasoned pinto beans, green salad, fruit cocktail, banana, and milk.
Sounds delicious.
Have you heard about all the drama between Baker Mayfield and the Browns?
No, but maybe Jacob Shoei has.
Let's hear it, Jacob.
Happy Friday, Searcy High School. Let's hit these quick sports updates before going into this well-needed spring break. In local sports, the Searcy Lions boys and girls soccer teams had a game this Tuesday where they took on the Batesville Pioneers. The Lady Lions would absolutely sweep the floor against the Pioneers where they would get 5 points alone in the first half, beating them 8-0. The boys would have a different story though, where there would be no score up until a shootout where goalie Liam Wessel and the Searcy Lions would hold out the Pioneers and win 5-3. This would be the last soccer game before heading into spring break. The Searcy Lions track team had the 2022 Searcy Lion Relay meet last Tuesday against 11 different schools. Mason Skibo would place second on the 1,600 meters and third on the boys' 3,200 meters, helping the boys place ninth in the meet with a score of 27, while the girls would place 10th with a score of 8. In national sports, more signings and trades have been happening in the MLB the past few days, with some big names coming off the board, including Chris Bryant shockingly signing a 7-year, $182 million deal with the Rockies, All-Star and 3-time Golden Glove third baseman Matt Chapman of the Oakland Athletics getting traded to Toronto Blue Jays for prospects Gunnar Hoglund, Kevin Smith, Zach Logue, and Kirby Snead. And then finally, star player and first baseman Freddie Freeman going back to his home state of California to play with the Los Angeles Dodgers on a 6-year, $162 million deal. With Freeman's time in Atlanta, he won MVP in 2020, won 3 Silver Sluggers, won a Gold Glove, was a 5-time All-Star, and won a World Series with the Braves in 2021. Expect Freeman to do many great things in his time in LA. MLB will start the majority of their spring training games later today. Speaking of free agency, though, NFL recently has been having a fair share of exciting deals as well, including linebacker and 2-time Super Bowl champion Von Miller signing with the Bills on a 6-year, $120 million deal with the Buffalo Bills, and Baker Mayfield reportedly not coming back to the Cleveland Browns. It is speculated, though, that the team is putting all their focus on getting star quarterback Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans. While nothing is official quite yet, I'll be sure to tell you guys when we get back from spring training. In the NCAA, March Madness officially began Wednesday with the first 4 to see who will just barely make it into the tournament. The teams that would defeat the odds would be Texas Southern, who would beat Texas A&M CC 76-67, Indiana beating Wyoming 66-58, Wright State comfortably winning against Bryant 93-82, and Notre Dame just barely scraping by the Rutgers in a double overtime at 89-87. While each of these teams will be playing top 5 seeds in the bracket and the odds aren't in their favor, anything is possible when it comes to March Madness. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you this week. I hope everyone has a nice laid-back spring break. Now back to Dakota and Emily at the news desk.
Thanks for the updates, Jacob.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, Cersei.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cersei High Lion TV.
And follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Dakota Harris.
And I'm Emily Tyler. Au revoir, Cersei.